Troubleshooting. Is your Alexapure Pro not working correctly? Try these troubleshooting steps to solve any problems you may have with your Alexapure Pro. Feel free to contact customer service for more help. Is your Alexapure Pro filtering slowly or not at all? One of the most effective remedies is to clean your Alexapure Pro filters. Each filter blocks a lot of contaminants, so it's no surprise that the pores become clogged. Try doing a full system clean to get your system running at peak performance. Cleaning and maintenance. Made from high-quality stainless steel, the Alexapure Pro is designed to filter water for years. Regularly cleaning your filters will extend the lifespan and increase flow rate. Cleaning frequency depends on the quality of your water. Hard water will leave traces on the tanks and clog the filters more quickly. Using water other than tap water will necessitate more frequent cleaning as well. We recommend cleaning the tanks every month. Clean the filters every 6 to 8 weeks when using tap water, and every 4 to 6 weeks when using other water sources. Filter. The unique composition of each filter creates a pore structure so small that even the tiniest pollutants and sediment get trapped. This is good for water filtration, but will decrease the flow rate over time. When this occurs, it's time to clean the filter elements. First, empty all water from the Alexapure Pro. Then, remove the top chamber and set it on a solid surface. To remove the filter, unscrew the wing nut that secures the filter to the chamber. Hold the filter under a running faucet with the stem pointed down. Using a new 3M Scotch-Brite pad, carefully scrub the black surface of the filter element for several minutes. Set the filters aside. Wash your hands, then reinstall the filters and fill the upper chamber with water. What to avoid when cleaning the filters? Do not use hot water. Scrub the filters with cold water. You can use hot water on the still chambers and other parts. Do not use soap, cleaner, or vinegar on the filters. Use running water only. Do not use a dirty sponge or scrubber brush. Do not let your filters dry out while you are cleaning. Otherwise, you may need to re-prime your filters. Does your system have an airlock? When there is plenty of water in the lower chamber, but no water comes out when you open the spigot, your unit probably has an airlock. Alternatively, water may pour out normally for a few seconds and then slows or stops completely. An airlock is a vacuum created when the top and bottom chambers fit together so snugly or have moisture trapped between them that the air pressure inside the lower chamber remains below the air pressure on the outside. Without adequate air pressure to push the water out at the same rate air is pulled in, the water gets stuck. The solution? Simply create a small enough gap for air to get into the lower chamber. To restore adequate airflow to the lower chamber, try any of these tips. Rotate the top and bottom chambers to find an adequate resting point where air can circulate. Once the point is found, mark the spot with a permanent marker to align the upper and lower chambers moving forward. Lift the top chamber off the lower chamber and check that the bottom is dry. Be sure that the lip on the lower chamber has no water buildup as well. Once both are dry, set the top chamber back in place. Be sure not to overfill your unit to prevent water from getting into the joint between chambers. If necessary, you can use a straw or plastic-coated paper clip to create a small gap between the two chambers. Is your Alexapure Pro leaking? Is there a puddle of water near your Alexapure Pro? Check if it is leaking from the seam where the two chambers meet or from the spigot. If you see water coming down the side of the Pro, it's spilling over from being overfilled. The filters are gravity fed, meaning the water from the upper chamber flows down into the lower chamber. If there is already water in the lower chamber and the upper chamber is filled to the top, there is nowhere for that water to go except out and over. To fix this, only fill the upper chamber when the lower chamber is empty. Since you can't see into the lower chamber without removing the upper chamber, just watch for a slower flow from the spout. Remember, it's totally normal for a few inches of water to remain in either chamber. We do not recommend tipping your Pro to get the last drops out of the spigot. Tipping can cause the filters to break, rendering them unusable. If the spigot is leaking, check that the washers are in the correct position and the nut is properly tightened. Refer to the assembly video or contact our customer service for help. What to do about air bubbles? The carbon core inside each filter is very dense with millions of microscopic pores. If air gets trapped in these pores, it will cause the water filtration to slow down. These air bubbles are released over time as more water flows through the filter, pushing the air out. However, sometimes a larger air pocket can form in the main channel, not allowing water to pass through. If this happens, the filter needs to be reprimed. Here's how. If your Alexapure Pro is assembled, remove the filters from the upper chamber and set aside. Fill the lower chamber with water, then place the filter into the chamber stem side up. Place a ceramic coffee cup or something similar on top of each stem to force the filter under the water. Let them soak for 24 hours. Submerging the filters will move trapped air out of the stubborn pores. Make sure the stems are not submerged so the air can escape. The filters will now be full of water and significantly heavier. Try to keep as much water on the inside of the elements as possible. Reassemble the element into the upper chamber by facing the stems upward. Empty the water from the lower chamber, then place the upper chamber back onto the lower chamber. Immediately fill the upper chamber with water. Regular maintenance. Filters. The Alexapure Pro filters are designed to shut themselves off to ensure you're only drinking filtered water. This means the flow rate will gradually slow down. When this happens, your water source has greater contaminants or microparticles, which have been filtered out, thus filling up and clogging the filter. That means the filter is working. Filters are affected by chemicals added at water treatment facilities, as well as turbidity due to local and home piping. Mud, silt, algae, hard water minerals, water softener use, and more will clog filters. This is why regular cleaning and maintenance is recommended. If you prefer a faster flow rate and want to extend filter life, add more filters to the Alexapure Pro. It can hold up to 4 at once, which splits the filtration load to increase flow rate and extend filter life. Chambers. Water deposits and contaminants can affect the life of the chambers. We recommend cleaning them monthly. First, carefully remove all filters and set them aside. Remove the spigot and rubber gasket from the base of the lower tank. Wash the chambers gently with dish detergent and hot water. Rinse, then dry the chambers with a soft cloth or leave them to air dry. Use a microfiber wipe to remove any dried water spots. Finally, reassemble the Alexapure Pro. If you have buildup of hard water minerals, fill the bottom chamber halfway with water, then add 1 cup of distilled white vinegar. Scrub thoroughly, then empty the water through the spigot. Rinse well with warm water. Spigot. If you find a puddle of water at the bottom of the Alexapure Pro, the unit has been overfilled or the spigot is not secure. Empty both chambers, remove the top chamber, then set aside. Look at the spigot and make sure it is properly installed. Make sure the plastic coating has been removed from the metal washers. Install the white rubber washers on either side of the chamber. Tighten the hex nut firmly enough. Ensure the tightness by trying to tighten the hex nut further. While holding the hex nut from spinning, gently turn the spigot until fully tight. Rotate the spigot until the handle is facing upward.